Professor Miller, Dean Watson, Associate Dean Artis, Vice Provost Kinservik, distinguished English department colleagues, graduates, parents, and friends. All of us have gathered to honor you who are graduating today. We're very proud of you. To you parents, like George, I've sat where you are sitting now. I have some idea of what kind of work it takes for you to reach this place. Thank you. I did not go to my own graduation. Well, I think my mother made me go to my high school graduation. But on the morning I should have been walking across a stage at the University of Pennsylvania to receive my PhD, I was sitting in the back of a cab in New York City. I was 29. I looked at my watch. I said to the taxi driver, "Right now, I'm getting my PhD." He nailed me in the rearview mirror and said, "With all due respect, miss, tell me another one." I'm thrilled that you've come to graduation today. I'm planning to do what Convocation speakers do, to give you what little advice I know about what we call the real world. I suspect that you English majors will either not listen to what I say or that you will forget it by the time you get home. You have heard enough lectures, you have taken your last tests, you have turned in your last papers, you have paid your library fines, you have sold your books for a lot less than you paid for them, and figured out what to do with your beanbag chairs. For 16 years you've been going to school. It may not have been easy for you to slog back every fall, but at least the slog was familiar. Now, suddenly, everything is different. What happens after school? What you have in common, you are in the position that anthropologists call liminal. That means you're leaving what you once were, and you haven't yet become something else. You are betwixt and between. Many of you don't know what you will become. You're asking, who will I be? What will I do? The liminal moment is terrifying because it is a moment when you are threatened by the possibility of becoming nothing. And that's why I want to talk very briefly about fear. I will try to tell you the truth. I think it was Mark Twain who said, "When all else fails, tell the truth." It will confuse most people and astonish the rest. The truth is, you have reasons to be scared. I want to talk briefly about 3 of the reasons. First, you haven't chosen something to do yet. Or you have, and you're worried that it may be the wrong choice. Listen, your first job isn't going to last forever. You can change careers and be fine. I can tell you, you will not be stuck in your choice or trapped because of your past decisions. The vast land of adulthood stretches before you. If the first year or the first 5 years don't go well, there's still plenty of time to make different choices, plenty of time to live a life you love. Second, you may fear that if you try something risky and ambitious, you might fail. Yes, if you take a risk, you will fail. It's impossible not to fail, unless you live so cautiously that you have basically failed by not even trying. I can tell you that in the real world, you'll be judged not by how many times you fall down, but by whether you have the courage to get back on your feet and try one more time. Perhaps you fear, as I sometimes do, that you're not hip enough. Maybe you feel you're not friended enough, that you're not fast enough or cool enough. Arianna Huffington said, "No generation has been as liberated by technology as yours, but also no generation has been as enslaved and distracted by technology." It's tempting for all of us to buy into speed, the sense that we're always in danger of being too late, that we're going to miss something of life-changing importance. We live in a world of false urgencies. Don't waste your life satisfying someone else's false urgencies. Learn how to be quiet. Read, reflect, talk to one another. You know how to do that. It's a life skill you've been taught in the English department. Look to the great writers, those you already love and those you will find, and think about how those writers might speak to your life when you need them. I have 2 minutes left. Fear is the opposite of love. Everything you want exists on the other side of fear. Let yourself care, really care, what happens to the people around you. You have to give to receive. You have to surrender to something outside yourself in order to recover from fear. You have to stop taking your own pulse. You have to say no to some of your own cravings. You have to turn towards others in love. It may seem paradoxical, but it's true. In order to find yourself, you have to lose yourself. The fact that your English major speaks well for you, you all probably know that old Robert Frost poem by heart. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. I took the one less traveled by, and he says, that has made all the difference. When you were asked to declare a major, you honored your love of words. You took the road less traveled by. You chose wisely and well. Your choice took courage. Go with that courage into the future. Your English faculty cares deeply about you. I think I speak for all of us when I say, we wish you every good thing.